So there's this energy where someone is thinking about a time where you used your intuition and they know how it could have went as opposed to how it did turn out. And it feels like they're proud of you for what you decided to do. Good day, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to Milk Honey Rose. I am Mystic Alchemy. Thank you for being here. So this person is somebody that you spend a good amount of time with. And this is someone that you talk to on a deep level, because this is someone that it just feels like you have really deep conversations with this person because of the topic when it comes to you mentioning your intuition to them. So there was something bothering you, right? And you felt it within you that something was wrong, something was not right, and you could not put your finger on it. You tried to. You just knew that you felt it in your core that something was wrong. And that gut feeling, you just knew you had to follow it because it bothered you too much. And then there's something here about you remembering when you didn't follow your gut feeling before and it didn't end up turning out so well. So you learn from that situation and you say, you know what, I'm not going to do that anymore. So the next time came around where you were feeling that little funny feeling, like that little awkward, uncomfortable feeling like something is wrong. And it could have been about a certain relationship or something someone said to you that just didn't sit well with you. And you told someone about it. And they said, you know what? You might be right. And you already felt deep down inside you were right, but maybe you didn't want to believe it. It feels like you didn't want to, it's like you were reluctant for a moment to accept trusting yourself. You know those moments? Of course you know. Many of us go through those moments where you feel a little timid to trust yourself. You know what it is that you want to do though. You know where you're leaning towards the most, but then something inside of you makes you want to go the other way. And it could be for a lot of reasons. It could be from fear of the truth, because many times the truth hurts. So you get into this mode where it's like you push and pull with yourself and you're like, should I go with my intuition, because that is the gut feeling essentially. So you're like, should I go with that gut feeling? Should I go with my intuition? Maybe I'm wrong. And then you start second guessing yourself. But this time though, and it was actually a very important time as well, because it feels like there was so much like heartache and pain and struggle in that area. It would have been like frustration. There would have been a lot there that you would have had to deal with if you did not choose to follow your intuition. So being that you chose that route, you know, it's one of those things where after you make the decision to move yourself away or remove a situation away from you, either way, however it goes, you decided to separate yourself. You detached yourself from something. And if you notice, like, pay attention to how you feel, or remember how you felt. When you detached yourself, do you remember how you felt in that moment? Didn't you feel that weight lift up off of you? Because that's what it feels like. And you feel like you could breathe. It almost feels like something, excuse me, it feels like when you have that moment of wanting to follow your intuition but you're not sure, it feels like there's a weight on your chest. Energetically, it feels like something is sitting on you, like quite literally, right? And as soon as you make the decision and you follow your own instinct, and then you don't have to think about it anymore, do you see the difference in your energy and how it lightens and how your heart lightens? That's a real thing. So overall, it's like somebody is thinking about what you did in that moment, and somebody is having the same situation. And they may have told you, if the two of you are still in contact, because this could have happened a while ago. Sometimes people lose touch and lose contact. It's just a memory, but it doesn't mean that there's like you don't talk to the person, or it's like something went wrong, even though it could have. But that's not really the energy I'm getting. It's like this feeling where your experience has helped the person that you communicated with about it to make that decision for themselves through the example that you decided to share with them regarding your own situation. So you see how you just wanted to communicate how you felt with somebody that you trusted in that moment, and how a memory of a favorable decision that you made for yourself actually is influencing someone else, is influencing the person that you shared that experience with. And that is I want to say energetic abundance. Your energy is really lingering with that person and helping them just through watching you and also remembering what you said during that experience, because they're having a similar experience and they're feeling how you felt. Okay, so this is like one of those situations where it's like, I want to say I want to say what goes around comes around, right? And so, but it's not like in a bad way, because usually that saying is it has a negative connotation to it, because it's like what you do to somebody it will be done unto you. That's what goes around comes around usually means. But in this case, it's different. When I'm hearing that what goes around comes around, it's more so like you went through something and someone saw you go through it, and now they're having the same experience, and they're using your experience as an example for them to make the right decision for themselves now. So what goes around comes around. With what we see and what we are influenced by can be something that is considered favorable or unfavorable. It just depends on what we choose in that moment. So what goes around comes around within this context, because I switched it up a little bit, it's actually a good thing, because it's like, if we take into consideration the experiences that friends and family members and anyone that we see go through something, we can use those examples as a lesson, and we can learn from other people's experiences, and that's true wisdom. Okay, so pat yourself on the back, clap it up for yourself, thank you self for listening to you, because you did a good job, you did a good thing. Okay, you could have had a lot of problems. You know how you really dodged all types of bullets, all types of problems, all types of unnecessary, nonsensical activities. You did a good thing. Now, if this message does resonate with you, and you remember a moment where you didn't really want to believe or adhere to your intuition, but you decided to, drop it down in the comments below. I declare that I will utilize my intuition in the future, and I also claim this message resonates with me, because it's happened to me before where I used my intuition when I really didn't want to, and I listened to my intuition more so when I really didn't want to, and you actually realized the weight that was lifted up off of your shoulders, off your chest, because you released that excess energy that most likely it wasn't even yours, because someone could have tried to draw you in to like a whole chaotic experience that you really didn't want to have. Okay, so congratulations to you for utilizing a spiritual gift that has been granted to you since birth. Wonderful job. Amazing. Fantastical. Okay, so that's it for this message. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you feel in my vibe, especially if this message does resonate with you. If you would like to book a healthy conversation, you can by visiting www.milkhoneyrose.org. And also, you can join the membership here on YouTube to support me. And for those who joined, thank you. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one.